Nova, what are you doing to Mummy's bed? Yes, Blue. Girls.
Hello darling, it's Chanel, and today we're doing my December Wrapped. Let's start with the stats. So I've decided not to record keep my DNFs anymore. They're on Goodreads, and if you want to know, you'll see it on there, but it was about 10 or so books that I DNF'd. This month I did read a total of 54 books, which was around 14,500 pages, and my average rating was a 3.28, which is not great. So I've just started implementing DNFing in vlogs again, just in case the books really are awful or just not to my taste and I'm not the reader for them and I did not choose them. For instance, in the case of the blind date with the books, I did exercise my DNFing rights in that scenario because I really do want to try to read books that I enjoy. In regards to fiction versus non-fiction, I read 87% fiction and 13% non-fic. I did read a handful of audiobooks this month as well, more than usual. I think it was around 6. I did DNF some of those as well. In terms of genre, fantasy was the top genre. Then we have horror, romance. I have to do a caveat for romance. I don't read that much romance because when I hear romance, I think contemporary romance, but obviously I read horror with romance or fantasy with romance or sci-fi with romance. And that's why that genre is in the 3rd place. But if that was just contemporary romance, it would be much lower. Then there was sci-fi, mystery, litfic, and the list goes on as usual. I try to read from every single genre each month. Now, usually in the past, you've seen that I've only mentioned the books that are 4 stars and above in my wrap-ups because I do read a lot of books each month. But because I am consciously trying to just reduce the quantity a bit so that I can just keep up with the filming. It was getting a bit too much for me and I was heading towards burnout, as you saw by me reading only 54 books rather than the usual 60 to 70, and I'm hoping next month to bring it down even further so I can also take more time with each book and also with my reviews and filming and improve the quality a little bit, So and because it is summer, I am wanting to go out, and if you'd seen my previous vlog, there's some family issues going on and I want to prioritize family time and do more planning, go on more outings, and so that is going to be taking up a lot more of my time, which is good. It's a good thing, I love reading, obviously, but I don't need to read that much, and if I can replace some of my reading time with taking my kids on adventures, I will do that. So because of that, from this vlog going forward, my reading wrap-ups, I'm going to just quickly go through all of the books I read because I also changed the way I review things online, and I've kept it to 1 to 2 sentences for each book. So I'm not going to tell you the premise and plot of each book. You can look that up. If you've watched my channel, you've already seen me review it because I talk about every single book that I read. But this is just my quick, brief summary and my rating for all the books that I read this month. So these are the books that I read. Getting Kinky with Krampus by Tabitha Lovelace, which I gave a 4 stars. Unlike Santa, Krampus comes many times a year for the naughty girls. Santa Slays His Bell by Chris Renee, which I gave 2.75 stars. Santa needs to keep his hands off his sack around sleeping ladies. I would not sit on this Santa's lap. The Gingerbread Man, an erotic romance with a Christmas cookie by Shayla Storm, which I gave 4 stars. Gingerbread men and their cookie peens are ready to fill you with frosting. Then we have Tempting the Christmas Gnomes, Spicy Holiday Monster Erotica by Leda Weil. This is my first time introducing Kinky Corner, which is going to be my new monthly segment where I talk about monster erotica. This I gave 3.25 stars. A gnome gangbang with triple penetration. Sorry. A gnome gangbang with triple penetration. These gnomes were jingling all the bells. It's fun though. It's so fun. I had so much fun. Oh my god. Okay. Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, which I gave 3 stars. Caraval with Horny Ghosties. An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson, which I gave 2.5 stars. A university of assholes manipulating and bulldozing people's free will. Add some freaky elevators and a yuck romance with a Mothman. From by Meg Smitherman, which I gave 5 stars. Beam me up, Scotty, and melt my brain with your sexy, scary alien ways. Holy shit. Fragile Beauty, photographs from the Sir Elton John and David Furnish collection by Sam Taylor Johnson, Duncan Forbes. Lots of fashion, People, and Peen. Cardless Tarot, Choose Your Own Destiny Tarot Readings by Kerry Ward. Choose Your Own Adventure Tarot Reading. Supposedly, I have an Emperor love interest coming my way. Maybe Santa will deliver that. The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison, which I gave 2 stars. Maya. Nice guy and lonely boy, finds himself thrust into the daily minutiae of court politics where he is made emperor after the assassination of his entire family. This book bored me to tears and made me hate the word serenity. Titan Hoppers by Rob J. Hayes. I gave this 3.5 stars. Scrappy teens level up their powers whenever they fight beasties on Titan ships. Lots of boss level fights. Red as Blood and White as Bone by Theodora Goss. I gave this 4 stars. Wolf Lady collects her blood debt, and little girls who love fairy tales grow up to fight for the resistance. Apples Dipped in Gold by Scarlett St. Clair, which I gave 3 stars. Nice Girl with Mean Brothers needs 2 princes to save her. The Fox did all the heavy lifting. The Bloody Chamber and Other Stories by Angela Carter, 3 stars. Gothic fairy retellings with virgins aplenty and tiger-killing mothers. A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Leung, which I gave 3 stars. You're telling me that a fuckboy king doesn't bang his new concubine for 2 years, but does build her palaces and rivers? Sure, buddy. Ultraluminous by Catherine Four, which I gave 3 stars. High Class Escort with an addiction to Dwayne Reed's sushi and heroin. Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Ballangrud. I gave this 3 stars. These moon spiders will get in your head. Dear Dickhead, a Telegraph Best Novel of the Year by Virginie Despentes, translated by Frank Wynne, which I gave 3 stars. Some 60-year-old dickheads write to each other about their childhood, addiction, the Me Too movement, COVID, their artistic professions, love, aging, and anger. This book felt like a mouthpiece for the author's opinions. Girls Against God by Jenny Hval, translated by Marjam Idris. I gave this 2.75. Thoughts and Prayers for the Provincial Goth Who Hates Gods. Felt a bit like repetitive, angry girl word vomit. Scrap by Carla Henkel. I gave 3.75 stars. Gone Girl Meets Perfume and Pain. An obsessive lesbian artist is hired by a type A rich woman to make a scrapbook of her family. But after the rich lady dies, she decides to put the pieces together to see the real picture. Night's Edge by Liz Karen, I gave 3.25. You have to grow up real fast when your mom's a controlling vampire. The Homage Obscene by Gilles Tondini, Parisian Hospital Break Room Graffiti, 3 stars. Those hospital break rooms are dirty as fuck. Interesting use of a carrot. Branches by Rhiannon McGavin, Appreciate the Scoliosis Rep. Fave collection was Post-Winter. Closed Casket by Sophie Hannah, 3 stars. Rich mystery writer decides to stir shit up by changing her will with everyone present. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac by Jonan Vasquez, 1 star. Didn't get it, and that font type is awful to read. Tori Amos, Little Earthquakes, 3.75. Variety of artists and authors crafting stories to Tori's songs. Fave was Happy Phantom. Flux by Orion Carlotto. Tumblr-esque poems about love, the heartbreak and the romance. Gorgeous illustrations. Best Wishes, Warmest Regards, The Story of Schitt's Creek by Daniel Levy, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, 4.5. I'm not going to the botanical gardens by myself. What? Am I gonna walk around and admire the cherry blossoms alone, like some pervert? Perfect fan book. Said the Shotgun to the Head by Saul Williams. Feminist street prophet who loves a good pash. The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher, 3.5. Divorced woman and her gay bestie fall into a portal to a hell dimension from their taxidermy museum. 3 cheers for Prince and Beau, Good Kitty and Good Elk. Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Moore, 3 stars. Sassy lesbian necromancers and sword hands with lots of bone stuff, and that's what she said. Confusing AF, but Sextus was alright. Into the Drowning Deep by Myra Grant, 3 stars. A bunch of human idiots take forks to a gunfight against killer mermaids. Blue Screen by Dan Wells, 2 stars. Like Ready Player One, but with Mexican-American drug cartels, gangs, and malware. The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong, 4 stars. Fortune Cookie Origin Story. Group of lovable rogues find family and their calling. A Life's Work by Rachel Cusk, 3 stars. Motherhood runs the gamut from your highest highs to your lowest lows. This book mostly focused on the latter. Hashtag DRCL Midnight Children by Shinichi Sakamoto. I gave this 3 stars. The illustrations were bloody beautiful. The narrative was a fucking mess. How to Train Your Human, A Cat's Guide by Babas and translated by Catherine Gregor. 3.5 stars. A Human is Forever. Choose well, felines. The Anime Cafe by Nadine Estero. All pictures are illustrated. Quicksilver by Callie Hart, 3 stars. Shadow Daddy Kingfisher loves to smell his Quicksilver butterfly's arousal. Carrion was cool though. Cult classic Sloane Crosley, 3 stars. Serial monogamist finds herself running into all of her exes. Also features a mind cult with an expensive espresso machine. The Answer is No by Frederick Bachman, translated by Elizabeth Denoma, 3.75 stars. This dill of a loner just wants to eat pad thai, drink wine, and play video games in peace. But a frying pan throws a wrench into his plans. Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iriu, 3.5 stars. Shadow Mummy and Light Daddy fall in love and make some star-killing swords to prevent a prophecy. Typical TikTok romantasy. Krampus the Yule Lord by Rom, 3 stars. Krampus is coming to town. Be good or he'll bag you up and beat you bloody. American Rapture by CJ Lead, 5 stars. Religious Trauma, Horny Zombies and Good Doggies. Lilith made the right choice. From the author's note, here's to dancing book by book, question by question, through this vast, shining experience together. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter, 4 stars. They might need mistletoe to solve a murder mystery, but not to make out repeatedly. The Serviceberry, Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World by Robin Wall Kimmerer, illustrated by John Burgoyne. Reciprocity with Mother Earth and the community is the right kind of economy. Share the Memoir Part 1 by Cher. Ladies, always stay in charge of your finances. Keep your own bank accounts. There's a lot of essay and shitty men, but Cher has that grit to keep going. 12 Days of Christmas Horror by Rick Wood, 3 stars. Seasonal slasher horror. The Failures by Benjamin Lyer, 4.25 stars. I Want to Be a Behemoth. Signs of Cupidity by Raven Kennedy, 3 stars. Cupid finds herself with 3 lion-tailed men who are eager to please. Who will come first, second, and third? This is all set up, almost no spice. Gone Girl, Gillian Flynn, 2.5 stars. They both suck. I'm Team Dumb Cat. Necrology by Meg Ripley, 3 stars. Dirty women want to keep their power. I didn't understand the magic system at all. So my favorite fiction reads of this month were Thrum and American Rapture. My favorite non-fiction read of this month was Best Wishes and Warmest Regards. And my favorite cover was Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iriu, because I am a sucker for anything celestial and with the sun, moon and stars, and I think it's gorgeous. So those were my books that I read this month. I am now going to my mum's for Christmas Eve dinner. It's very casual. I'm wearing tracksuit pants and just a little jumper. You know, it's no fuss, no muss. I will take you along with me to that one. I've also just gotten a package, so I thought may as well open it. Okay, so this is from Tom, and this is Know Your Station by Sarah Gailey, Liana Kungas, and Rebecca Nolte. So this is a graphic novel which I'll be reading in an upcoming Get Real Weird With It reading vlog. So I'll say goodbye here, but I will show you some Xmas footage after this. But let me know if you read any 5 stars this month. And I'm wishing everybody a really fucking wonderful new year. Until next time, stay wild, Star Child.
Merry Christmas!
What do you call a 3-legged donkey?
3-legged donkey.
3-legged donkey.
A wonky?
I've just been cooking and the whole kitchen is just like dirty.